You have some difficulty in handling your anger?
Yes.
What actually happened? What sort of things make you angry?
Well, just your main thing. Something don't go my way, I'll get mad. Somebody else say something I don't like.
Outbreak. And I was worrying about something, and I haven't told anybody what I worry about. And I have been able to tell someone this time, and it's helped me some.
Well, I guess I worry too much. I don't know.
What are you worried about?
They pertain to my problem, but they weren't the important things. In fact, I blew up the small things and left the big things.
Well, I just wound up. I couldn't be still.
I see.
And just had to go. And that's I remember going in the car, and that's about the last thing I remember.
And then you blacked out.
But
I was hoping I could get help some way without having to bring it up, without having to.
Mm-hmm. That seems unrealistic, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, but you'll grasp at straws when you're in a condition like this.
Mm-hmm. So, did you leave the hospital the first time?
Yes, I did. I'm a terrible person about wanting to stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I told the doctor the last time I left here, I stayed at home for 3 months, and I left home 2 times. And one was to go to the doctor, and the other was to get a haircut. And I was happy at home, in a way.
Yeah.
I wanted to be away from people. I tend to want to be away from people here.
Yeah.
I stay by myself a lot.
Is this what you mean by nervousness?
Yeah.
Suspiciousness of others?
Yeah.
Feeling that others were somehow...
Well, I mean, that made me nervous, you know.
It's the most baffling of human afflictions. Its victims the most abused. Mental illness has been with us since the beginning, yet our ignorance far exceeds our knowledge. We don't know what causes it, and we're still searching for effective ways to treat it. We even have trouble defining it. The line between sanity and insanity is blurred. It's sometimes hard to know where one ends and the other begins. And underlying all this is a nagging question: what are we trying to treat? What is mental illness?
That's something I've been grappling with for the last 14 years. I don't have the answer to it. I consider myself a student of that matter, and I don't know the answer. Generally speaking, I see mental illness as being unable, not unwilling, but unable to cope with our society.
Mental illness is a myth, a fraud, a bad metaphor, an excuse, a rationalization. It's a religious viewpoint held by psychiatrists which says that human troubles are somehow medical in origin and medical in their solution. Now, just how poverty, unemployment, unhappiness, fights between husbands and wives, beatings of children, anxiety, alienation, just how all these problems relate to medicine and relate to illness is never stated.
What is mental illness? I don't know. It covers everything from people who feel slightly badly getting up in the morning one day to people who have very serious suicidal depression or who are so disorganized by psychosis that they can't function at all. So it covers a wide range of terms and conditions. And I think and some of it's in the patient's eye. If it gets serious enough, it's in society's eye, and it's a term. Highly ambiguous and difficult term.
There are people who can't function, and for them, the end of the line is a mental institution. There are 495 institutions in the United States, 313 of them run by the states, the others private. At any given time, about 200,000 people are hospitalized. All told, some 10 million Americans have been in mental institutions, and countless millions of others have sought help from various kinds of therapists. This report is about those thought to be so seriously disturbed that drastic and sometimes dangerous treatments are used.